Hello, I'm Linda Fury, and I'm the Director of Professional Development at Triumph Learning. Today we're going to be talking about a topic within the Common Core called text complexity. You've all heard it, we've all had the fear of it, and now hopefully I'll be able to break down the areas that makes it more simple, that will make it more simple for you to utilize in your classroom and have effective instruction. We know that it's important for students to begin to read more challenging text. They haven't done so in the past, so for instructional purposes, we want to tackle that. The Common Core State Standards has created a triad model. That model includes three important sections that we're going to discuss today. The first is qualitative, the second area is quantitative, and the third is reader and task. In the past, the quantitative area is the one that we focused on most, but I'm going to begin with the qualitative area, and I'm going to read to you the definition of that area of the triad as we face a more challenging text for our students during instruction. The Common Core states that this is the aspect of text best measured or measurable by attentive human readers. These readers use levels of meaning or purpose, structure of the text, certain language conventions and clarity, and knowledge demands. What does this mean for the teacher in a class with 25 students? It seems like a difficult definition, but when we break it down, it really isn't as difficult as it seems. I want you to think about the classic novel, The Grapes of Wrath. It is written on a Lexile quantitative level of 650. That is about a middle third grade reading level. Yes, I know you're shocked, but it is. It's a third grade reading level for decoding. But when we consider where the book is taught, with meaning and purpose, knowledge base and structure, it's taught at ninth grade or above. So that tells us that the quality of that text is at a much higher level. The two don't match. That is what has happened in the past when we look at just the quantitative measurement of a text. So as we move forward, we're going to look at what would be a quality text. If you see a multiple plots text, that's going to be more complicated or more challenging. If a text has one plot line, it's going to be simpler for the younger child. Let's take a science book in nonfiction. If we take the visual graphics of that text, if they are examples of the information, that's a more simple text. If it is additional information, then that is a more challenging text. That leads us to understand that we need to choose the correct text for our readers. The second area is called the quantitative area. I've alluded to it earlier, and that's a mathematical measurement that takes into consideration the length of sentences, the types of vocabulary that are used in that text, and the type of student that's reading that text and where their reading of decoding ability lies. It is well known that from now, in the 21st century schools, we don't take into consideration just the quantitative. We're going to be looking at qualitative at best. Finally, the base of the triad that holds up the other two are the reader and task. The reader and task, the first thing that comes to my mind is professional judgment. Our teachers are trained to understand how our students learn. They know what motivates them. They understand what's exciting about that text and how engaging it's going to be for our students. So if we get quality text and we take our quantitative text, it's the right measurement mathematically for the students to decode, and we use our best professional judgment to choose texts that are important to our students, motivate our students, and that they can master the skills that they need to, then we can apply the task or the activities to engage them in superb motivation of reading deeper for comprehension. It's really not as difficult as we think. Now, I must say that if you'd like to know more about text complexity, the Common Core Standards have two appendices that are beautifully attached to this particular triad. Appendix A describes text complexity fully and gives you a lot more information than this short video can give you, as well as Appendix B that gives exemplar text, excerpts of text for all reading levels K-12. Check it out. They're great examples. You don't have to have them all in your school, but it'll give you a place to start. You also have great resources at your DESE site, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. There are rubrics there to use to qualify your text, as well as the ASCD website has additional rubrics as well. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation today. We have so many resources for you to do, and please don't think of it as a daunting task as you qualify, quantify, and choose absolutely wonderful activities for your students in class.